Let's see what happens this time. It says you are live. Hello, everybody. Wolfang here. Saturday, September the 2nd. Hope everybody's going to have a nice Labor Day weekend. For all those people that work hard out there. So I'm going to sit here for a minute and see who shows up. Uh, I may have an interesting topic tonight. I don't know. Hi, Dan H. How you doing? This is Spare the Moment live pop up. I wasn't going to do a live tonight, but I thought, what the hell? I'll go ahead and do one anyway. What's up, Steel Tree? How we all doing? Enjoying a day off. There you go, Dan H. Well, with my situation, I've had many days off right now. I can't wait to get my ass back to work. Hey, Bug Out, how you doing? Yeah, I've been off, 3 weeks now because of my stupid wrist. I'm ready to go back to work. Like I said in a previous video, there's only so much you can do around an apartment. But, it's all good. Oh, Steel Tree, you did a flea market today? You find any good deals? Flea markets are good. What's up? What's up, Irishman? Oh, you just left the woods. Hope you don't bring any bugs home. So I'm gonna let this. I'm gonna let this go for a few minutes and see who shows up before I get into the topic. But obviously, you can see what I've got scrolling down at the bottom. Uh, I've never participated in the Burning Man deal, and it's been around for a while. But going through news articles today, the Burning Man Festival started last weekend, I think it was. And what's it run? Like, I think a week it runs. But if anybody doesn't know what the Burning Man Festival is, it's in Black Rock, Nevada, out in the middle of the desert. And these people just show up and have a giant party. I mean, they're artsy people, there's naked people, there's just all kinds of people. I mean, all kinds of people. And this has been a ritual. Uh, oh, hell, when did you say it started? No, I mean, what year?
1986.
This started in 1986. It's been going on that long. Now, it is kind of cool. If I was younger back in the day, if I knew about it, I may have went. But the thing is, when you go to this Burning Man festival, um, there's no power, there's no water, there's nothing. You literally have to take everything with you. You have to pack everything that you need: food, water, toiletry. And so I'm reading these articles and I'm thinking this is kind of, they got to prep. They got to do prepping shit to go there and be able to stay. I think it's a week long. I think it's a week long. But this festival got hit with a severe rainstorm last night, and it's closed the road. So the article I was reading, up to close to 70,000 people up to are there, and they're stranded. Hey, Cajun. And there's supposed to be more rain coming later tonight into Sunday morning. Dan H., I considered myself a hippie back in the day. I'm not that much of a hippie. Peace on. It's all groovy. But no, you know what though? And they say people all over the country, all over the world, travel to go check out this Burning Man. So now these people are stuck there. I guess the only airport that's close is closed down, and the road in and out of this place is closed down. They told the people that they have to shelter in place to conserve water and conserve their food. So I've looked at the pictures. You guys can look this up. I can't. Let me see. Let me see. Don't want to remove. There it is. But I mean, this whole area, I can't get the whole picture. But I mean, it's like a half circle, and these are all people camping in the desert. Irishmen, they have portalettes. They have the porta potties. And it's unbelievable what the tickets that go for this. It's crazy. But I was thinking, yeah, I wanted to go live tonight, and I'm thinking, what can I talk about? And then I come across this because there is a person that we follow on YouTube. She goes to the Burning Man every year, and she's quirky, but she has a really fun time with it. And she is there this year and stuck in the mud. They're saying that mud's not gonna. Well, it's sand, but it's. They showed people walking around, and the mud just accumulates on the bottom of your boots or your shoes. No, I'm with you, Kay. I can't deal with big crowds either. Uh, I just who's that, Dan H? Who? What do you mean? Who's that? Who do I follow that goes to Burning Man? Her name is Wonder Hussy. Wonder Hussy goes around traveling through Nevada in the desert, and she does exploring and shit like that. Dan H., you know who Wonder Hussy is? I'll sit and wait. Check her channel out. She's easy on the eyes, too. I'm waiting for the chat. Nope, no clue who she is. Okay, check her out. But she finds natural hot springs out in the desert, and she just does a lot of traveling around. But my point of this video is, and talking about the Burning Man, I don't I don't think they've ever been hit with a storm like this before. Hey, Faith, but I mean, it's you can't the few videos that I watched, some of the people there, they're posting shorts. They can't, you can't even drive in this mud that's out there in the desert right now. What's up, Marco? But yeah, they're stuck there. The one guy that I watched, he said they were planning on leaving today, but it looks like they're going to be there at least until Monday now, maybe Tuesday. What's up, Joe Morgan? All right, take care of that hip, Joe. My wife had hip surgery, so I know what you're going through. But yeah, so I I thought, talking about the Burning Man that's going on in Black Rock. Yes, turning guns. Wonder Hussey is from Vegas, and then she moved out of Vegas. But these people, I don't think they expected a storm. They said they have high winds, but apparently the way this rain came down, it's got everybody stuck there. The one road that's in and out, that road is closed. There is a small, I guess, airport close by. It's also closed down. So I don't know. It's pretty crazy. I just hope nothing stupid happens. I hope those people all keep a level head. But you got all kinds of drugs there. You got all kinds of alcohol going on. Got a lot of strange people. I did see one photo. I had to laugh at this one. But he was a rather large man, butt naked, falling in the mud. It's like, all right. I didn't. I even told my wife. I was like, "Look at this picture." But yeah, that's great. I mean, that is a lot of people, and one spot, and they're telling them that they have to stay there. They can't go anywhere. So I don't know. I hope they can behave. But hey, when you have mass gatherings like that, people don't know how to behave. Yeah, Faith, shady shit is going to happen. But how many people? Yes, Irishman, Wonder Hussey Adventures. Faith, my wife's doing good. She's sitting over there. She doesn't like to be on camera. Faith said hi. Hi. She said hi. Yeah, it is. It's a hell of a training scenario, Irishman. That many people out in the middle of nowhere. And I wonder how many people there were like, I'm sure some of them weren't planning to stay the whole week. Some probably like, we'll just go for a few days, check it out, and we'll get the hell out of there. And then this happened. So I don't know. I'm looking at the chat. Just Hi, Widow's Diary. Working on shelving. Hi, Morning Light. I guess my sound is okay. I didn't even think about asking that. Oh, looks like we have a visitor.
Of course, you're going to get me up there as soon as I start drinking my drink.
That water, is that water good?
It's cherry limeade. Can you hear me?
Yes. 5x5. You sound good.
Hi guys, I was just reading the article on the Burning Man. Wolf asked me to pop up, but I couldn't come up when he started, so I told him I would be here. Yeah, so I was listening, and Burning Man, BlackRock is not so much sand; it's actually a clay, which is why it's clumping on their feet. It's a whole lot of red clay, actually.
All right. I just know I saw past videos where they had the sandstorms. As a matter of fact, there was the what do we call them? The dust devil tornado things that you see out in the middle. We were watching a video earlier that had two of those, but I figured it was sand. So it's a dried up lake.
Yeah.
Basically.
So there's a desert very, very near there, which is where the sand itself comes from. But BlackRock itself is, because it's dried up, it's from the clay in the bottom of
the
water that used to be there.
Did you see the video where they're walking around, the mud sticking to the bottom of their shoes?
No, I was trying to look at them while I was waiting, but I hadn't got to the videos yet. I was just trying to read this one article. It says 73,000 people are stranded, and that they're telling them to, like you said before, conserve water, food, and then to shelter in place in a warm space, which I'm not really sure how they're going to do that, because it being such an open field, and yes, it's hot in Nevada, but at night when the sun goes down, it gets cold.
It gets cold, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it sure does.
Chances are good that they probably did not have the stuff to, the stuff to prepare not only for the rain, but also to shelter in place for however long. And if they're telling them to conserve food, they're probably going to be there longer than the week that they planned on being there.
Right. And that was my whole point about going live and talking about this, because this does go along with prepping. And like I said earlier, I'm sure there was probably a few people that showed up saying, "Oh, we're just going to stay a few days, and then we're going to leave." And now they're stuck. Because, I looked up the ticket prices for this. And it's not cheap. The way that half circle is, the closer you are to the center, the more it costs for you to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're on the outskirts, it's cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's crazy. Those, especially with that. Okay, I thought it was all, kind of sand, but now what you said, that makes a lot of sense. So you've got that thick mud. You can't drive in that crap.
No. They wouldn't be prepared to drive in that. They would just think that they're driving on hard ground, because when the clay is dry, it's like concrete.
Right, so exactly.
They wouldn't be prepared to, if they tried to drive out of it with any kind of tires that are set for that, or even chains or anything like that, even the flaps that you'd put under your tires, all they're going to do is dig their vehicles in deeper.
Right, exactly.
And people who are not aware and trying to get out are going to do that, because they've probably never driven in something like that.
Right. And, your newbies, your beginners, people that showed up for this event for the very first time, and this is their first time, they're screwed. I hate to say it, but they are.
Yeah.
But
I'm trying to see if I can find what they were allowed to bring and what they weren't allowed to bring.
From what I read, because I went to their website, and you basically have to bring everything. You'd like talking weapons or something, but basically you have to bring everything that you need to survive those, however long you plan on staying. The only thing they supply is porta potties,
Porta potties.
porta potties.
And the thing about that too is porta potties with an event like that and that many people, they have to be emptied. They have to bring people in to empty them. So they're going to fill up
every
quick.
day, right?
Yes, and it's not going to be sanitary.
Talk about pew.
Yeah, it's not going to be sanitary for them. And according to their website, the cheapest tickets for Burning Man this year was $797
Yep.
per ticket.
Right.
And that's the lowest price ticket. That's not even if you get up near where the music and the festival part is.
Right. It hit up to 1,000, 2,000.
Sure.
When I was looking at the ticket prices, because like I said earlier, there's a lady that we watch on YouTube, Wonder Hussy. She travels around Nevada, checking out all kinds of different shit. She goes there every year. So she, we've been waiting for videos from her because we know she's there. But yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, and when I was, like I said, when I was reading this, I was like, man, this is to be prepared because you don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I thought maybe this would be a good topic to talk about. I don't know how many people know about this Burning Man festival that they do every year, but
I think quite a bit. It's been going on for a long time.
Yeah, I think Tracy told me it started like in 1983 or something like that.
Yeah, and I think it was called something else before that, overseas. But I can't remember the name of it overseas. But overseas, they actually their Burning Man used to be made out of wicker, and they used to fill it with live snakes and then decorate it with flowers and ivy, and then set those on fire on the summer solstice.
That's kind of fucked up.
I told you it's a ritual. But it started a long time ago overseas, and then it was just brought here to the United States and turned into almost like a Woodstock, basically.
Yeah, that's basically it's what it is. It's a Woodstock. You go there, show your goofy art, and some of the art is kind of cool looking. But then people dress up or they choose not to dress up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a giant party. But as I said earlier, there's a lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 70,000 people together like that, and all of a sudden they're told they cannot leave. It kind of got my wheels turning.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Why they wouldn't let people leave.
They said the road.
Why would they be blocking the roads?
The road is closed, and I guess there's a small airport nearby or whatever, and they said the airport's even closed.
Probably because of the storm that went through.
Well, it was because of the weather, right.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the road got flooded out, washed out. I don't know.
Yeah, so the Burning Man is about art, like you said. It's about self-expression and being self-resilient, which I thought was pretty interesting. They're going to find out how self-resilient they are.
Yes, they are. That's very true. They're going to find out real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think this type of situation has happened to this festival before. I know the heat and the high winds and the blowing sand has messed it up a few times. And then, of course, during our lovely COVID, it was shut down. So, and that could be another reason why so many more people flock to it, because I know there's a lot of people that want to get out and travel that are used to traveling after the lockdown was lifted up. That's just, that's my thought.
It says, as far as we were talking about porta potties, that this event has 1,700 porta potties at the event.
Okay.
So 1,700 porta potties that aren't going to be emptied.
Right. And you want to go back to medieval times. That's why a lot of people got diseases and died, because back in the medieval times, your castles and that, there was literally the cobble road, whatever they used, the drains. That was literally urine and poop going down the drains.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a fact.
Yeah, they're gonna have to ration their food. The other thing too, that people don't realize, because you can't bring any kind of um, firearms. I know a lot of us are we support carrying for self defense, and you can't bring firearms to something like this. I'd
No,
assume maybe they can bring knives, but maybe not, because the type of festival it is, with being the having the drugs and the alcohol there, it is very open for drugs and alcohol there, so they may not allow it. And if that's the case, and these people are stuck there, you're going to have bad people there too.
right.
There's not going to be a way for them to secure themselves or to secure their items. So there's going to be a lot of mischief and crime within this. And if people can't leave and can't go in, does that mean that emergency personnel can't get in either?
Don't know, but I'm gonna go out on a limb on this one, and I guarantee you, people have smuggled stuff in.
Oh yeah, I would.
You know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you're gonna have a lot of butt heads, and then if they're there, the festival's supposed to end tomorrow, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but from some of the little clips that I watched and people that are doing their shorts, the one guy said he thinks that they'll probably be there till like Tuesday. So I don't know. I don't know. I personally myself, I would not want to be there.
Mm-mm.
I,
No.
I would not want to be there right
No.
now. Because I guarantee you, there's going to be people running out of water. There's going to be people running out of food. So then you're going to have people begging, stealing
Mm-hmm.
if they can. Yeah, it turned into a big mess. I'm going to be curious to kind of follow this story.
Yeah.
Did you see the protest? There was a protest on the road.
Yeah, the climate crisis people.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
And the police that are out there, they're actually
Native.
tribal officers of that land.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you also are going to have those people that are having bad trips, or those that are coming down from hard drugs or sobering up, and I mean, it's just a huge drinking fest. It's a huge drug fest. So you're gonna have people that are hungover, and you're not gonna have the amount of water that you need for them, and under
To
the heat,
rehydrate,
it's gonna make things worse. And then no emergency personnel. So I can't imagine a whole lot of them probably brought a first aid kit of any sort. That there might be some, but probably not enough than what they're gonna need.
Right.
And that sun's gonna go up during the day, and those people that were drinking and drinking and drinking, that's not going to be good for them either at all.
Right.
And then people who can't get their medications, if they only run enough just for the event and they're there longer than the event,
Right.
they're not going to have their medications either. You're going to have people falling left and right.
Right. And the
If
other
emergency
thing,
doesn't get in.
excuse me, the other thing, because I've kind of watched these videos when I first found out about the Burning Man a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I ever saw a first aid station, stationed out there.
Mm-hmm.
They may have them, I don't know. But from just people walking around and showing what's going on there, I've never seen a Red Cross amongst all that activity that's going on.
Yeah. Do you need me to read your chat? Are you not seeing your chat again?
No, I've got it up.
Billy Bird said, "What's going on, pop up?" He's been trying to get your attention. So.
Oh, hey, what's up? Hello, everybody. I'm not ignoring you. I'm kind of into this topic because of so many people being stuck in one spot at one time.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
70,000, close to 70,000. That's a hell of a lot of people. What's up, Billy Bird? I see you.
Where? Oh, it's in Black Rock, right?
Yeah, it's Black
Alexa,
Rock.
what is the forecast for tomorrow in Black Rock, Nevada?
Tomorrow in Nye County, Nevada, there will be thunderstorms, with a high of 70 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 45 degrees.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
More thunderstorms tomorrow.
Yep.
So at night it gets into the 40s, and then during the
Right.
day it'll be in the 70s, which isn't bad, except for it's dry, and some people aren't used to that dry weather, which will dehydrate you quicker.
Hopefully, there's enough smart people out there. If they've got buckets and stuff, they will catch this rainwater.
If they have them, they probably just have their refillable little
Bottles.
plastic water bottles,
Right, right.
or maybe a thermos. But even that, if it's only going to rain, if you only have one or two of those and it rains and you only fill up one or two of those, is that going to last you through the entire day? They better start figuring it out, how to collect with tarps or with bags or something,
Right.
ponchos, even tie up a poncho and start collecting that rainwater to have more than just a couple of bottles.
There's got to be some smart people amongst those 70,000 out there.
But how many of them are sober? We don't always think straight when we're not sober.
No, but on the other hand, too, I'm sure there's some people that go there that don't partake that way. You probably count them on one hand, maybe.
Probably, yeah. I would say probably. It's hard to be at an event like that. If you're going to an event like that, knowing its background and you know what the event is about in general with what they're going to be doing there, I can't imagine that they wouldn't partake in some part of it.
Right.
One or the other or both.
Just don't do any mushrooms and get stuck in the mud.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but it's I don't know, it's pretty crazy. Like I said, it caught my attention. Wow. 70,000 people stuck in the middle of the freaking desert and they're not allowed to leave.
I wonder, does anyone know about the Black Rock? Is there an age limit for people to attend there? Do you know? Because I know at some of these other festivals, there's not, that there should be, but
I'm not sure.
I wonder if anyone has their kids out there.
All the videos I've seen, I've never seen any young people. I don't know. And like I said, I went to their website and was looking at ticket prices and everything, and they actually have a list of do's and don'ts and stuff like that. But I didn't see anything about an age limit.
I'm still scrolling some of the articles here.
Irishman said, a great idea for your event. What's the great idea, Irishman?
If he comes back and says shrooms and alcohol, I'm going to punch him in the nose.
Yes, Billy Bird, I'm drinking my beer. It's a holiday weekend. Well, actually, I've been on a holiday for the last 3 weeks, thanks to my wrist.
Yeah, you can catch up on chat while I'm trying to
All right.
Catch these articles. Oh, survival challenges. I actually thought about that, Irishman. I actually did think about doing some of those. Just
oh yeah,
almost like games, but yeah, it's basically challenges. I did think about that. I think if Hudson's allowed to go, we should hand him a ferro rod and a cigarette and let him try again.
Oh, did he try to do that?
Yeah, about a year and a half ago, he got challenged by Northern Girl Hobbies, and he had a terrible ferro rod. He did not do well with it. It was pretty funny.
That is funny. So Irishman says anybody under 18 years of age must be accompanied by a parent or legal guardian, age 21 or older in Black Rock City.
So there could be children there.
So there could be kids there.
Which is a whole other
That's a whole
can
new
of
ball.
worms.
Yeah, that's a whole new ball game there.
Mm-hmm. Because you're gonna have creepers out there
Right.
and panicked children, and their needs are way beyond our needs for the most part, you know.
Right.
I wouldn't take my kids to anything like that.
No, I wouldn't either. Well, we have an event here this tomorrow night. Actually, it's a big fireworks show they do every Labor Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's a big deal here in Cincinnati. I went back when I in my 20s. You know, we would go downtown to this show because it's down on the river, and it was awesome. We went again, I think maybe 8 years ago. My sister from California came in, and we took her down. I'll never do it again. I'll never do it again. Way too many people. It was I can't do big crowds. I can't do big crowds.
So it says here that people can bring generators too, but how long is their gas or their propane gonna last?
Right, and that's the other thing. You know, who's got the solar going on? The generators. How much fuel did you bring? Because I guarantee you, most of these people packed up thinking that they would be there just for their extended time, whether it was the 3 days or the entire week. You know, because you have to pack everything in with you. What's up, KP?
Okay, so pets are not allowed. Kids are allowed. I'm reading their website on what's the stuff that they're allowed and so forth.
How you doing, KP? Good to see you.
Sorry, guys. Sorry I'm not paying attention. I'm trying to get more information on the event.
So, how many people in the chat actually have heard about this this Burning Man festival? Has anybody followed it or? Is that a family member in the photo behind you, Wolfang? Yes, it is. That's my brother. And then I got, let's see, I got my skull guy up there. Morning light you have, okay. Yeah, this whole, like I said, I just learned about the Burning Man, I don't know, 5-6 years ago.
Morning light's been to Burning Man. I'm sure they'd like to be Running Man right now.
Yeah, I bet they would.
So, Morning Light, if you've been there, you've seen the type of people that show. Are these types of people that go to an event like this the type of people that would be prepared to have to shelter in place for 2 weeks if they had to? Because firsthand is the best way to know the kind of people that would be at something like that. So KP, I thought I read something that glow sticks aren't allowed, which I think is dumb. I hope that's not true.
Yeah, that seems weird.
Oh, heard from friends. Okay.
All right. I mean, they got fire dancing going on. They got music going on. I mean, all kinds of stuff. It's kind of quirky. You know, the different vehicles they've got all just artwork on them, flames coming out of them. I saw one picture. This guy had a car that had an octopus on it, and the arms it was spitting flames out of it. So it's an artsy kind of thing for these people.
I don't know Irishmen. I just saw it on another website for things that you're not supposed to be bringing, but again, that would be something that I would have in my backpack, especially if I'm going to stay the night somewhere.
So They said no glow sticks.
One of the websites I went to said no glow sticks. It was
Well-
on the same website with the no firearms. And then it says for fuel, it's you're allowed to have 2 55-gallon drums stored at a camp at one time. And they have to be each 55-gallon has to be 100 feet apart from each other.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I wonder
what-
how long would 55 gallons last, depending on how many people, I guess, brought generators.
Right. So Morning Light just said they used to be self-sufficient and would watch out for each other, but she was told about around 2000 not to go anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'd be afraid of. It going downhill quick, and all the creepy people coming out, and the criminals, and the strung out people, especially since a lot of those states over on that coast have legalized a lot of those hard drugs that are no joke.
Well, even if it's not, people are going to sneak that shit in.
Yeah. Hopefully that they've got their supplies. Some of those people have Narcan on hand. Hopefully.
But all it takes is a few bad apples to mess up a good thing for the rest of the people.
Yeah. And if they start forming groups against each other, that's not going to be. I kind of wonder if things start going south, if communities will start being built where they start restraining people amongst the community to keep others safe.
Right.
That would be interesting to know.
Like to set up their own little jail system.
Yeah, exactly. Tie somebody up, zip ties, so forth.
Right. I mean, that's apocalyptic out in the mud.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they're going to be stuck there for it's supposed to rain tomorrow, I don't see them going anywhere soon.
No, especially if it's going to keep raining, because it's going to rain again tomorrow, and people are going to get stuck. Like physically, they're going to be stuck with their vehicles.
Right.
And even if they do start letting people out, the people that are stuck, there's only so many tow trucks. There's only so many people that have the ability to tow other vehicles that are there. You're going to have just regular cars showing up, and you're going to have some that have four-wheelers, but you're going to have a good bit of people that have cars.
Well, if these four-wheelers, these big trucks, if they can't leave because that mud is so thick, they can't call for help. Nobody's going to be able to come in unless they can fly a helicopter in, get somebody out that really needs help. And like I said, the videos I've watched 3 years, I have never seen a tent that has a Red Cross on it where if somebody needs, medical attention, they're going to help them.
I wish I knew somebody that was there. I wonder how their signal is too with all the storms going through.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Well, obviously, like I said, I did watch a few shorts, so people are able to, do short videos on their phone and send it out, so they do have a signal.
Irishman, I'm looking that up right now.
I'm not sure, Irishman. I would think it's a few hours because they are remote.
I don't think they have Wi-Fi.
Hi, Comet Moon. So Comet Moon says that she's heard about the Burning Man festivals, but she thought it was held in Scotland, Ireland, and England, and not in the States.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It used to be there. Mm-hmm. They started doing it here back in the 80s or something like that. 18. When was it? It was a long time ago.
1983, I think. My
Okay,
wife
yeah.
looked up.
Yeah. But it was for years and years and years before that overseas.
So okay, so it did originally start overseas. See, I didn't know
Mhm.
that. I guess I should do better research. I'm always on the fly. Like I said, I wasn't going to do a live tonight. I started seeing this stuff about the Burning Man and how these people are going to be stranded out in the desert. And I was like, oh, this ought to be a good topic. I mean, it goes with prepping. How many people are actually prepared?
Oh yeah, they're a good ways away from a town.
Oh yeah, they're hours away. Maybe like 4. Can I have a beer when you come back in, please?
Go get it yourself.
I cat without a hat. I heard that.
Yeah, and then because it's in the middle of the mountains too, how many of those roads, if it rained that bad, how many of those roads are washed out?
Right. Well,
And
that's
maybe that's why they're not letting anybody out. Maybe some of those roads are washed out.
and that's what I was saying earlier, because they even said there's a small airport nearby, and that airport's shut down too.
Yeah, there's some national parks nearby, but I'm not really seeing I'm not really seeing a whole lot of cities. Definitely none nearby.
Right. I will say this though, because I love the stargaze. Could you imagine being out there? There is no light pollution, so you're in that open sky at nighttime with all those stars. I think that would be cool.
Yeah. As long as they don't have any of the theater lights on.
No, I mean with no Burning Man, just go out there on your own if you can go out there. Just
Yeah.
you know, in the middle of the desert, there's no light pollution, and you can just look up at the sky. Stargazing.
Yeah, they do a lot of events there at Black Rock. We actually have a friend whose family, I want to say, and Marco, correct me if I'm wrong, that his family owns part of the events that happen there,
Okay.
that live out in that area. So they always have like music festivals and food festivals and so forth in that area, concerts and such. So
All
it's a somewhere that you would think there would be a lot of roads in and out, which makes me wonder even more if roads got washed out.
I'm kind of thinking that's what happened. Well, from what I understand and what I read, there's like just one road in and one road out.
Maybe the main interstate,
Right.
Interstate 80.
So there's it had to be washed out, or I mean, because when it rains like that in the desert, you do get the flash floods, especially when with it coming off the mountains and everything.
Well,
And
even Vegas got a massive storm, massive rainstorm, flooded a lot of the parts of Vegas. I was watching another streamer. They did a 3-hour live. I didn't watch the whole thing because it was just literally watching the rain in Vegas. It
right.
just made me sad that I wasn't in Vegas. But
I drove past Vegas.
we went to Vegas for our honeymoon, hubby and I. We went to all kinds of different shows and ate so much good food, and just did a whole bunch of different events, wax museums and
Right.
the Secret Garden and the Ferris wheel. Like, we did so much there. It was so much fun. But we spent 10 days there.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
yeah, my feet hurt so bad by the time we left, but We went there and did so much stuff in that 10 days. And we didn't hardly have to pay for anything, which was awesome.
No, that's
Even
cool.
most of our meals were free. We got upgraded on our hotel to a penthouse suite for like $20 because it was our honeymoon.
Oh,
So,
you guys got all the special treatment.
yeah, it was cool. They even brought us a bottle of champagne and chocolates to our room while we were out and about. So when we came back, it was sitting there on the table waiting for us all set
You
up. It
didn't
was
have
really
no
cool.
rose petals on the bed?
No, we actually didn't spend a whole lot of time in the room, to be honest.
So was the food really that good?
Where we went, it was.
Was it?
Yeah, we went to a few buffets and then we went outside of the center of Vegas to some hole in the wall type places to go try.
Right.
And yeah, we ate very well. We ate very well. We got to see the Blue Man Group and the Jabberwockies.
Now the
And
Blue Man Group I'd like to see.
yeah, they actually selected my husband as being part of the show. They always select one person in the audience. He was that one person, so he got to be a part of the show.
Did they
And
dress him? Did they paint him blue?
no,
Ah,
they actually acted like they stuck a camera down his throat into his stomach,
okay.
and it was all fake. But the guy was like had his mouth open and was all up over his mouth. It was like, okay, this is kind of weird. And then they buried us in like toilet paper at the end, which was kind of funny. And then the Jabberwockies, we had our own table with our drinks that we got to sit at. We didn't sit in the general public. We had our own special table, which
Nice.
was really neat, and got to meet all of them.
That's cool.
Everything. It was pretty cool. It was really neat.
See, that's the fun stuff in life.
Yeah, there's a whole lot more to do in Vegas than gamble. A
Oh,
whole
yeah.
lot more to do.
I'm not a gambler. When I was overseas, where I was stationed, we had the slot machines. I would take $10 in quarters and play slots, and after I was done with $10, that was it. I'm not a gambler. But I wanted to stop in Vegas because we drove home from California back here to Ohio, and I kept seeing Vegas. I kept looking at my wife. Oh, she's like, no, come on, it's right there. No, but it's right there.
Yeah. A word of advice if you go to Vegas, though, buildings are not as close as they look.
Okay.
So make sure that you buy a tram pass and Uber and Lyft. And make sure that if you take an Uber, that the Uber driver takes you where you want to go, because they get paid to take people to the head shops instead.
Are you serious?
Yes. So we literally had to correct a driver more than once going to a wax museum because he was not going to take us to the wax museum. And we were like, no, we want to go to the wax museum. Please do not take us to the head shop.
Wow.
So they get like $30 per ride that they drop off there from the head shop. Yeah.
Wow.
So, but definitely buy a tram pass and Uber, because the buildings are way, way farther than they look.
Okay.
We learned the hard way the first couple days.
But anyway, with everybody in the chat, check out the Burning Man, because like I was telling Mother Sparks, this is a perfect example of being prepared. These people did not know this weather system was going to hit them like this, and now they're stuck. And they went there with the intention of I'll be here 3 days, or I'll be here the entire week. So they packed what they needed for that amount of time. So if you plan on going camping for 3 days, maybe you should pack like you're going to be there for a week in case something happens. I'm just saying.
That's a great idea for any 3-day trips that might be coming up in October. Just saying. Great idea.
Oh, Lordy. You want to go ahead and plug your camping thing you got going on?
No.
Okay. Fine. Be
Don't
that
have
way.
to. Huh?
Be that way.
I don't have to.
Okay. Well, excuse me.
But I did think that was funny. You said 3 days.
No, I was
I
just.
think most of the people in the chat know about the meetup anyway.
Yeah, I think they do too.
Does anybody not know about the meetup in October? If y'all do, I'm not going through all that again
Right.
because I'll go through it on my channel and then I'll just be repeating myself and boring everybody.
Anyway, I was just trying to give a plug for Mother Sparks, and she didn't accept it. My feelings are hurt.
I'm having a meetup in Virginia on October 3rd. Oh, okay. There's somebody that doesn't know. I'm having a meetup October 13th, 14th, and 15th in Zuni, Virginia.
Marco.
And it's going to be, no, we're not burning women. It is going to be a camping meetup where I have a firearms instructor coming and I have someone coming to teach some basic bushcrafting and some fire skills. And there is a foraging tour there and a huge lake where we can go fishing. And they have beehives, so they harvest their own honey and they make their own wine off of their fruits and vegetables, herbs, fruits and herbs off of their property. Billy Bird, my channel is called My Mother's Spark.
Yeah,
there's also a river there. You can bring your dogs.
I can't throw anything up on here. I can't mod anybody. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, please don't throw up on a live stream. That'd be kind of gross.
You're such a smart ass.
Yeah, so it's not going to cost y'all anything to come. The only thing I ask is if you do think you're going to come, to please register ahead of time so that I have a head count. Because I am paying out of pocket, so I do need to know how many people to pay for. I'd rather not.
Cat without a hat.
Sorry?
I just said thank you to Cat Without a Hat. She put your website up.
Oh, thank you, Cat. I appreciate that. Morning Light, you can come. Anybody can come. I can have up to 50 people. There's about 15 people right now that are going. So I do have room for more. You can bring your dogs if you have dogs. I will be bringing my dogs and my bunnies.
Can I come alone?
Go camping with us. Huh?
I said, can I come alone?
You can.
I don't know what's going on with my wife. I can't leave her alone.
Well, you didn't say, can I go alone and not get hurt by my wife? You just said, can I go alone? You can. It might not benefit your health.
She's sitting right here. She hears me.
Oh, I'm sure. I know she hears me too.
Yes, she does.
Mm-hmm. And she's probably got a smile on her face.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, I wish you guys could find a way to get up there. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to fishing, and I'll have to get together with Irishmen and think of some really cool challenges for people. I wish I could get a medical class together up there, but I just can't do it in that short of time. It'll have to be in future meetups. Granted, we have a future still.
Have you ever watched that TV series Survivor?
Yes.
Okay, you know where they do the fire challenge, where they got the twine, and you got to build the fire, and whoever can build the fire the highest, it breaks that twine, and a little flag pops up.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be a little challenge.
Yep. If Irishman shows up, there's going to be a UFC fight. Him and I are going to spar.
Okay.
There might be a radio class there.
Bye,
that
morning.
is to be
Bye, Morning
determined.
Light.
Bye, Morning Light.
Thanks for showing up. Because once again, I did this on the fly.
Oh, no one to take care of your livestock. That stinks, but I understand.
Hey, Irishman, how about just using your thumbs?
Oh, Kat, I'm in South Carolina. Where are you at in South Carolina? I'm in the Low Country. Kat's in my neck of the woods. But most of the people I find in South Carolina are usually upstate. There's
Yes.
not usually people down here by me.
She might, Dan. She might. No, you
He'll
can't.
flatten his tires.
You can't use a lighter. You can't. Using a lighter would be cheating.
I'm curious where Kat's at.
Oh, she didn't answer you back yet?
Not yet. Jeremy can use a lighter if nobody sees him. We're going to have consequences for cheaters.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Like have a glass of water.
Oh, Kat, you're not far from me. I'm near Charleston. You're not far from me at all.
And I will have to say this: I've never been to your state.
It's nice.
Is it?
Just don't go downtown Charleston during a hurricane unless you like to swim. 'Cause
Right. Well,
everything goes underwater.
I caught your little chat saying that you guys were okay when that Hurricane Adele came through.
Yeah, so that hurricane actually went directly over us. So I was expecting a lot more rain and a lot more wind. A lot more. There must have been some wind. We heard a few gusts where we're at, and it did knock over a few trees like on the side of the road, but not in the road. We didn't lose power. It flickered once. We don't normally lose power though, but we didn't lose power. It just flickered once. And we had a tornado that touched down about a mile roughly from the house, picked up one car on the road, spun it around like a corkscrew, and dropped it, and then went back up.
Right.
No
Tornadoes,
alert,
they're
no
so
warning,
fun.
nothing to take shelter. I was like, man, if that thing wouldn't have went back up, it would have went right over our house.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay. So it was like they actually say EF0, but if it picked up a car and moved it, the
Oh,
winds.
it flipped it over.
Yeah,
It threw it into another car.
the winds had to be high.
And it just so
yeah,
happens the weather chaser was right behind them with their camera on, so they caught the whole thing.
Okay. Jeremy Witt just said he's a storm chaser. That's cool.
Okay. Yes, it was a storm chaser that caught the tornado coming down, picking up the car, and literally the storm chaser was the car right behind the car that got picked up.
Wow.
It was impeccable for a shot.
Right. That's crazy. Because we have the tornado season here, but the last bad tornado, oh hell, I can't even. It's been years. For some reason, my wife has put this dome over us. When bad weather shows up, it like jumps over us because I love a good storm.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't get any really good storms anymore. I don't know what the heck she did.
Yeah.
But it seems like when the storms come into Cincinnati, because we're kind of in a valley, and you can literally watch it on radar. It divides.
Nice.
It's weird.
We had the eye of the storm for a little bit, so it was long enough for us to let the dogs out, which was nice because they will not go out when it's raining at all. They are scared of storms.
Right.
They won't go outside. So when the eye went over, Marco went ahead and let the dogs out real quick, and they played and everything. And then we saw it coming again. We brought them back in, but
Right.
it was a good chance to get them out.
Well, that's good that you guys are okay and nothing, serious. You didn't get flooded out or anything.
Oh, no. The back of our neighborhood floods pretty bad, but no, we're good. We're high enough where we actually make out pretty good. The last hurricane we had, I sat on my back porch almost the whole time. I love storms. So I'll sit outside, even in a lightning storm. If there's no rain, I'll sit up on the roof and I'll watch the lightning in the distance in the sky. Billy Bird, this is my vice. This is my vape. This is my one vice that I have that I'm not ready to let go of yet.
No, it's not a Bud. Jeremy Witt, it's not a Bud Light. I drink cheap beer.
Well, Bud Light is cheap.
Nah, this is cheaper.
Cheap and gross and yeah.
It's made by Miller. That's all I'm going to say. It's not strong beer. It's low alcohol.
Bud Light isn't strong beer either. Apparently, it's not made for men.
Right. I don't know. I don't drink Bud Light. I do drink Jack Daniels sometimes.
That's good stuff. Evan
That's,
Williams.
that's every now and then. Yes, Dan H got it. Milwaukee's best light. I'm on a diet. I got to watch my figure.
Yeah, Billy Bird.
Training beer.
Tranny beer. Bud Light.
They
ruined themselves with that.
You know what I have been watching now? I've been watching videos on making homemade wine and mead. I wouldn't mind trying to do some of that, but that takes forever. I don't know, because mead's made with honey, and honey's pricey.
Oh yeah.
And it's like this couple. It's a couple that I watch that make different types of mead, and they use for the traditional mead is 3 pounds of honey. I was like, wow. I watch different stuff. And talking about honey, did you know that only the female bees sting you?
No.
Yep. I was just watching a video on having a beehive and how to do a beehive, but only the female bees honeybees will sting you.
Well, I really don't want any of them to sting me because I would no longer be here. So I prefer none of them sting me.
Are you allergic to bee stings? Are you? Okay. No, you don't want that.
No.
Okay, so I've been on for an hour. I don't want to make this last like it did last time. Does anybody in chat have any questions? And thank you, Mother Sparks, for joining me tonight. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I wish I knew more about it, but
no, that's cool. But as I said, with the Burning Man and the situation all those people are stuck in right now, that is being prepared. How many of those people are actually prepared?
Yeah, that is true.
No, Dan H is not past my bedtime. Dan H, the last time I did a live, it got a little out of hand with a few people. Well, one person actually.
I was like, a few people. Wait a minute.
No, it was one person. But I tried to maintain it. I don't know. Maybe I'm too much of a nice guy sometimes. I should have just cut it short, but that's just who I am.
It was an interesting conversation.
Yes.
That I did not partake in after a few minutes.
but it's all good, and like I said, and the community of people that are preppers and everybody that watches each other's channels, we learn from each other. We share. We share what we know because we don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. So we teach and learn.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why I got my channel up. I don't know that much, but the stuff that I do know, I'll share. I wish I could teach welding. I can't do that because that's what I'm a welder, but that would be kind of hard to do in a shop because doing welding, that's a hands-on thing. So,
Hi, Sister Marie.
hi, sister.
I don't know. Maybe you think I should pop up for a half hour?
Sure, I'll close down and come over to your site.
Maybe I'll do that. I'm really bad about skipping weeks because I'm still trying to get stuff in order. I wouldn't have even realized how late it was if you wouldn't have texted me, honestly.
Well, I was like I talked to Mad Chad earlier, and he's kind of under the weather. So I was like, you know what? I said maybe I'll do a live tonight because I don't like to step on anybody's toes when they do their lives because the people I like to watch. I like to watch. I don't want to do a live stream if you're on because I like watching you and a few other people. So why am I going to do a live when I want to, see your live or somebody else's live?
Yeah,
So
I agree.
I mean, that's what I try to do.
Yeah, I can tell people what I was doing today. I'll do a pop up and tell people what I was doing today and what I'm preparing for.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for being in my pop up live. I appreciate that. And once again, I'll say thank you for kind of showing me how to do this format that I'm learning. So
You're welcome.
it's all good. It's all good. And everybody in the chat, thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. I guess I should start scheduling some of my lives, but it is what it is. I just
Life happens.
I just like to do shit on the fly. Oh, I got something I can talk about. Kind of like tonight, with the Burning Man situation.
Yeah, I didn't even know about it.
So, but as I said, that is a perfect example of a large group of people and how well are they prepared. So, okay, I'm going to let you go, Mother Sparks, and everybody in the chat room. Thank you a lot for showing up and listening to me babble, chat, carry on, whatever. I
Don't
appreciate
forget to
it.
hit the thumbs up.
Yeah, hit that thumbs up. I don't see a thumbs up on my end.
You're not going to on your StreamYard.
Oh, okay.
But hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment because the algorithms pick up the comments. Even if you just do a thumbs up in the comment section, guys. I have someone, and actually they're in your stream right now, Stray Kitten. I really appreciate that you do that for every one of my streams. She will leave me a thumbs up every single stream as a comment, just so the algorithms see a comment. And I really, really appreciate her doing that. That's all it takes is just a thumbs up, and she does it without fail. And I truly appreciate her taking the time to do that for me.
Cool. Hey, Marco, I'll throw some marshmallows your way later on.
Don't make me whoop you. Don't make me whoop you.
Yeah. So hit that thumbs up for me, people. Like I said, I can't see it here. So, but you know what? Thanks, everybody. I'm off. And Mother Sparks, I'll see you in a few.
All right. I'll pop up here in just a second.
Okay. Bye, guys. Have a good evening. And be safe this weekend. Blessed be and stay safe.
Always.